Good morning, good morning. Can you feel the difference in the air? Okay. Hello. Well, you might have been watching me for a little bit, but I can't see that. All right, so we have a very, very different vibe this morning. Yay. The moon is still in Pisces. It is coming up to conjunct Neptune later in the day. The moon is very, very active today. All right, so let's have a look. PM. All right. Okay. Sorry, I just had to reorientate myself. I finished my amazing training session this morning with Norms. Big legs day. Still a little bit foggy from it. All right, so okay. Firstly, the moon is was in conjunct Chiron at 8 a.m. Now, sorry, the sun was in conjunct Chiron at 8 a.m., but it still forms a finger of God or one of those yod aspects with Jupiter. All right. So yesterday I was talking about the sun Jupiter. So and Jupiter and Chiron are sextile. All right. So there's that Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. Good morning, Mikkel. So we've got that Jupiter retrograde that I've been loving, all right, this internal knowing and understanding about our thoughts and communications, our siblings, our neighborhood, our transport, all of those Gemini words, but then that retrograde reflective aspect, and it's Jupiter, we've got good juju in the air. So Jupiter, sextile Chiron, we are looking at our past experiences, our hurts, our wounds, but also allowing ourselves to grow from them. All right. We're becoming the master of our experience. Wisdom, what a wonderful thing. Now, they are both at 19 degrees, and the sun is at 19 degrees of Scorpio. So, therefore, they are in a finger of God aspect because these two guys are sextile and these two guys are in conjunct. Yay! Mega rightly experience of major. Good on you. Fabulous, fabulous. Good morning, Heather. How are you? Big hugs. All right. So now this is all right. So in the words, I've written remain flexible as we transition. All right. So very much in our minds, there's this spiritual stuff happening. Good morning, Louise. And I just think that that final in conjunct Chiron allows us to look back and own it. Just own it. If an experience has happened, own it. There's nothing you can do about it. All right. Now you can just adjust your perspective to how you view that experience. All right. It's in the past. All right. So now, okay. Sorry, I'm very excited. A little, still bit hyper. Okay. Now, the moon all day. So we have uh, the first of all, we have the moon sextile Uranus. I love when that happens. Good morning, Sally. So we have the moon sextile Uranus at 10 a.m. So we might have some bright, sparkly experiences happening. The moon is still in Pisces up until 5:30 p.m. where it moves into Aries. So just, it is still a very subconscious landscape, spiritual experience type of day up until that 5:30 mark. So allow these adjustments to continue to happen. All right, we're looking at Chiron, going, yeah, I learned from that. We've got this moon sextile Uranus at 10 a.m. Yeah, okay, things are looking a little bit bright and sparkly. Moon conjunct Neptune at 1 p.m. All right, that could look like this, spiritual realization, or you could just be tired. You might just be tired. So, there's that. So and then the next one after that is from 5 p.m. We've got a sextile to Pluto starting because it's not exact until 1 a.m. tomorrow. However, with Pluto, it brings up the truth of the matter. So if we are allowing ourselves to have these bright, sparkly, maybe different opinions with that Uranus, and then we get to that Neptune where we might be able to integrate or at least make sense, process this information. Yay, yeah, process this information, process these experiences and make them our own, all right? So, and then later on we've got a square to Venus. Meh, I don't feel like it's going to be too bad. And then trine Mars later at 9:30. So there's a lot of moon, like emotional activity today. And then we've got, as I was saying yesterday, the Sun opposition Uranus is just getting closer. On Sunday, that is exact. You are starting to feel those shifts and changes. And today, yay, we had Venus moving into Capricorn, and I love that. All right, she means business. All right, so she now has this beautiful, elegant, classic style. All right, so I often talk about planets, and they every time they move, they put on a new outfit. So Venus has gone from that safari suit, or whatever your visualization of Venus in Sagittarius is, into what I see as a power suit, this beautiful, classic, elegant style that says don't mess with me. Okay, because she's being ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is just the lord of time and wisdom and experience and hard work, hard lessons, but determination and resilience as well. So Venus is in this position where she's just going to do it. All right, so like I said, some key words: serious, practical, grounded, long-term commitment. So if it comes to love at the moment, I don't know, maybe somebody is, meeting someone and falling in love, that Venusian aspect is going to be good for long-term commitments. If you are maybe entering into a business commitment, remember Mercury is in shadow, so please check all of those contracts. However, Venus in Capricorn is good for long-term commitments. All right, so she is ambitious, hardworking, reliable, security conscious, loyal, and has some very traditional values. So, ethics and morals are also up there. Now, with this Venus in Pisces, with Saturn in Pisces, because that's who she's being ruled, there are definitely lessons around boundaries, all right? Because Venus just wants to love everybody, all right? So now in this case, her previous experience, this Chiron stuff that's happening, is giving her the good understanding that boundaries and safeguards need to be put into place when we're moving into these new experiences, because that's just what needs to happen. All right, now I did find the Sabian symbols. If anybody knows Sabian symbols, yeah, I know, Louise, I'm really excited for it. It's very, very promising. All right, so the Sabian symbols are just like any other um, you know, set of oracle cards or whatever that somebody creates. The Sabian symbols for 19 of Scorpio, which is where those two in conjuncts are pointing to, like the point of the day, is a parrot listening and then speaking back what it heard. All right. So basically, it's about repeating information, integrating new understandings, all right, and being receptive to new ideas. So you can process the information. So if you are listening to your higher self, or what the universe is giving you, all the signs and symbols going, this thing, this Jupiter Chiron down here, both pointing to this thing saying, listen, repeat what you believe to be the statement so that you can clarify. We've got that sextile to Pluto starting. Clarify any information that you're getting so you know that it's the truth, or you are understanding it the right way, so that you can integrate it to make it yours. All right, so much of this is about integrating lessons into your spirituality so that you can make adjustments that in conjunct moving forward. All right, so now on the flip side of that yod is gossiping. All right, so if you are just blindly listening and parroting back, or parroting out to other people what is being said, then there is that same aspect as well. No, if you listen and go, so what I'm hearing is, that's a favorite of Deb's. Whenever I go off into my little astro babble, Deborah always says, so what I'm hearing is, and I love that because I get excited and I ramble, and she clarifies what I have said. She's not here right now, but anyway, that is one of her gifts to me, is to calm me down and repeat what I'm saying so that I can also clarify my meaning. All right, so now with Venus now in Capricorn, we have, all right, so another one that I've written here is getting serious about self-care. Now, Venus being ruled by Capricorn, sorry, yeah, Saturn is still station retrograde, all right? So we have 4 days of internal planning and internal contemplation of like really reviewing that subconscious belief system and foundations that we have before Saturn goes direct on the 16th, all right, which is also the full moon, which is also directly involved with this Sun-Uranus opposition. So we're definitely going to have situations where we're having that ground shaking moment, all right? The full moon is in Taurus, okay? Now, as you know, Uranus is in Taurus, and it will be directly conjunct the moon in that full moon experience. All right, so it's at like 8:30 on Friday morning, and the moon is at 24, and Uranus is at 25. All right, so we've got directly involved is Uranus. So be aware of sudden, unexpected, shifting, comfort level, challenging. The sun in Scorpio is still in those depths. It is coming out. You're gonna. I just had the feeling of when we do a deep dive under the sea, and you're running out of breath, but you can see the surface is just there. We are by this full moon at 24 degrees, there's only like less than a week left. So it's not like we're completely holding our breath, but we've got this coming, all right? So in the coming days after the full moon, we're going to have that beautiful exhale. Okay, so back to today. All right, so anything else today? There's a lot of things happening. Today is a very, very active day. Tomorrow, again, like even just like I said, good morning, Kathy. With Venus in Capricorn now, and this urge to do the work, this urge to get sensible, be reliable, understand timeliness. Um, where is the due diligence, especially around finances and relationships? So maybe you have developed a no nonsense approach to a situation in a relationship with your loved one. Maybe you're like, for the longest time, or for the last couple of weeks, you've been trying to higher mind it, and now it's like, no, gonna get serious. This is just shit that needs to happen right now. So again, unless you are, I just had the best leg session, so I'm like a little bit hyperactive right now. However, like that, that moon Neptune, obviously I'm looking at it through a very spiritual perspective lens. I am integrating and really sort of getting this soul stew happening. But you just might feel tired. Maybe you need to have a meditate or go walk on the beach, or these contemplation factors that are still going to be very, very strong until that, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. I am so grateful because I'm going to be in Sydney at my surprise birthday party. So Saturday is going to be amazing. And Mikkel, we share a birthday. So that's so exciting. I noticed yesterday, I feel like I knew that before, but yeah, so I've got Mikkel here. There is Tamika in the group. We also have the 15th, and also yoga girl. Oh my God, I've gone blank. I can't think of her name. Kath knows her. She's her yoga teacher. Anyway. All right, ground. And the card that we're going to draw today is this one. Ooh. All right, it is When Grit Becomes a Pearl. I love that. We definitely had this one today, and I love it because we do have that Sun Chiron, that piece of sand that no, she's a Tassie girl. I just cannot think of her name right now. I'm sorry. It's right there. It's right there. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll let it go and I'll speak her name in a minute. All right, so card number 27. There we go. All right, so essential meaning, reinvention, learning from past mistakes, surrendering to the lesson with grace and maturity. It starts with T. Trista. There we go, Trista. We also share a birthday, so yes. All right, okay. Something transformative is happening within you. All that friction, irritation, and resentment, the growing pains, identifying with your wounds and releasing them. You've been through rough seas for sure. Now hold the precious pearl of wisdom in your hand, and heart and psyche, you are forever changed. After all, you cannot change the pearl back to grit, nor would you want to. Yes, you might get triggered here and there by ghosts of the past, but nothing compared to the arduous journey of learning that you have been on. You will notice how quickly you can turn things around, how quiet you can become in the middle of a storm, how adept you've become at knowing when to speak up or step away, how mature you are now. This is a time to look at how far you've come and be mindful of opportunities, relationships, and interactions that remind you of the ones you've already been through. You do not have to learn the same thing repeatedly. You have the choice now to move forward or walk away. Some things cannot be changed no matter how much you want them to. Certainly, you know you can change only yourself. Certainly, you know you can change only yourself. Even if you want to influence another person to see things your way, that didn't work before and it won't work now. Take things at face value and trust your intuition to avoid unnecessary grit. Treasure is waiting for you on the other side of this situation. Whatever choice you make now, if you move forward and discover that it's not for you, you can always change your mind. The point is your next move is about having an experience because you have already accumulated so many pearls of wisdom. You can trust yourself to make the right one. Breathe. You've got this. Oh my God, that is just phenomenal. So I'm just so excited for this. For you know what, from now, we've got a couple of weeks of really good work that can be done, especially if you are a Venusian person. So I am talking Venus, Taurus, and Libra. Sally, you are going to be benefiting from this experience so much. So yeah, my Librans and Tauruses the next couple of weeks, and especially when Saturn moves forward on Saturday, just get yourself into that there's a job to be done and I'm going to smash goals mentality. And isn't that an awesome card? So thank you, Sally. Thank you so much. So yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow where okay, like I said, the moon moves into Aries at 5:26 p.m. So you'll feel that shift. That's just how it is. So I hope you have an amazing day and I will see you guys tomorrow.